Good morning, YouTube. I'm gonna show you guys my posing so you can see how my physique is looking right now. And I'm actually gonna throw up on the green screen some side-by-side comparisons of the very first week of prep until now, so you can see what an insane transformation we've made in these last 3-4 months. We're done. Now that posing's done, can finally have some water. I've been awake for like an hour. I was taking care of some business before I did my check-ins. So today we have a very, very exciting day for a couple reasons. First of all, I have felt like absolute garbage lately. My body feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds. But I'm very excited today because we're going to Pure Muscle and Fitness in Burlington, which is like the coolest gym within probably my province. So I'm super excited to go there, and we are meeting with IFBB Pro Antwane Hamlett, who is my posing coach. A lot of you guys that are watching might not know a ton about bodybuilding, and so thank you for watching anyway. It means the world to me. But Antwane, being an IFBB Pro and having competed at the Olympia before, the reason that's significant is because even if you don't know bodybuilding, you probably have heard of Chris Bumstead. And Antwane was an Olympian in 2018, which means he competed against Chris Bumstead. In theory, they may have been on the stage at the same time, which is super cool. Nobody better that I could possibly learn from. Truth be told, I have been sleeping on my posing. I have been dropping the ball a little bit. Obviously, Pat and I have been doing some fine tunes here and there, but I probably should have seen Antwane much earlier in the season. But I wanted to see him before I started practicing my posing every day for like 10-20 minutes. I want to make sure I nail down any mistakes I was making and just kind of get them out of the way so that what I am practicing is reinforcing good posing and not bad posing. I'm also really excited because we've been doing these weekly vlogs for a while now. We've got another month video, just like the first one, which you can find right here. And I'm super excited because this upcoming month recap video of this IFBB journey is going to be all about posing. So super excited to film content for a couple different things today. So I'm gonna be taking you guys along with me on my day. I've got something very exciting to show you guys. Danielle, my lovely, beautiful, wonderful girlfriend, told me that she wanted to buy my posing trunks for men's physique. So just as a reminder, I'm competing in 2 categories. We have classic physique, which is what Chris Bumstead competes in, and then we have men's physique. Let me explain why I'm so excited about these ones in particular. If you watched my month 1 recap, you would know that I got Demon Slayer posing trunks, baby! Oh, the wee blood runs deep. Look at those! Oh, dude, I absolutely love them. Okay, I gotta try these on. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we got our high day, finally. But something that's really cool that I wanted to point out is that I've been asking Pat to let me in on more of the behind the scenes that he sees in my physique as a coach. And so yesterday we were supposed to do a high day, but we put it off a day. And I didn't know why, and to be honest, I don't care why, because I trust Pat because he has never led me astray, and I like just trusting my coach. I can't think of something more stressful than putting your body and all of the people that you love, sorry Danielle, through a bodybuilding prep and not having complete faith in your coach. But just because I'd like to learn more about the process so that I have a deeper understanding of the sport, I've been asking him to kind of let me in. And so he showed me yesterday's check-in compared to today's check-in and showed me the major difference, which is the reason why we decided ultimately to push the high day to today, and why the check-in this morning confirmed to him that today was the right day to do the high day. So let me explain that to you. So you can see in this photo on the left here, Pat says you still have pop to your muscle, which just means they look a bit fuller. And then he says on the right, there isn't that much pop, and that means that glycogen, which is how your muscles store energy, is not as present. So in this photo on the left, my muscles still have a fair bit of volume in them. They've still got a fair bit of pop, as Pat says, which means that there's glycogen in them. And then on the right, I definitely look more dry, but I don't have the same fullness. So the muscles aren't as defined individually, even though some of the lines might appear a little bit sharper. And what the whole purpose of a high day is to fill those muscles back up with glycogen without giving the body enough food to put on any excess body fat. And so yesterday we were looking pretty solid, and so the body didn't really need that pick-me-up of a high day, whereas on the right here you can see that there is some room in the muscles now for some additional glycogen. So that's really, really cool. This might end up being one of my favorite high days because the couple things that I have been noticing during this prep is that I don't love having a burger on a high day, which I know sounds crazy, but it's because like in my head during the week when I am like craving a burger, I'm really hoping for exactly the kind of burger that I want, and that at the end of sitting down for that meal, I'll feel full. That's not how burgers work on prep. Even on a high day, I am told exactly you're getting a single patty burger, no cheese, and bro, like what's the point of even eating a burger without cheese? Hamburger gang, y'all can go jump off a bridge, okay? I'm sorry, it's a little harsh, but I do mean it. And so as a result, I've just been enjoying eating more of the foods that I eat on a normal day. I also realized that in pretty much every vlog I've done so far, it's been a high day, purely by coincidence, and definitely not because I only have the energy to vlog on a high day. And I only have to take check-ins at the very end of the day right before I go to bed, which is awesome because sometimes on a high day, Padit wants like 3 check-ins, so I'm very glad we don't have to put up with that this time. Sorry, Padit. Here we are. How poetic is this? It was raining, as you may be able to tell from the hood of my car, the whole drive here. And then right as soon as I got here, the rain stopped, the sun is out. It's a beautiful day to learn how to pose so that I can win this show. Let's go get it, baby. Feeling good.
Men's physique pose. I'm gonna say face the front and then face the back.
Okay.
So same thing as always. Oh damn. Okay.
I've forgotten a little bit. I have not been practicing these.
Don't worry. We're gonna. It's your base.
Okay.
So, but I like what you're doing up top. Yeah. I like this. It's gonna look good. All right. Face the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful. And because we've already done back relax is the same thing. And for your back pulse and men's physique, beautiful.
Yeah.
Just be careful not to crank it.
Okay.
Just kind of just let it rise up. Not too high though. Because remember this space right here. You don't want your arm to be so far off that line. So
right.
You can drop it down just a touch. You can drop it just a there you go.
Awesome. Okay.
And now look at me. Perfect. You see how your rear? No, don't move. Don't move anything.
Sorry.
Just hold it. Okay. See how you have basically the definition comes from your rear delts here.
Yep.
And you notice from your rear delt to your elbow, there's nothing.
Yep.
Put a little tension in the tricep. Now look at that.
Ooh.
Now, when you do that though, just make sure your arms don't move and don't tense your wrists or your hands.
Okay.
You just put the tension right here. You see the difference now?
Yeah.
So now we got it from the back, rear delt, and it travels all the way to the elbow. Once you can feel that the lats are open, the spine is fully erected, and you have all that beautiful tension here, then lastly, just boom, put that tension there.
Okay.
That completes the back.
So that's like the last cue.
Yeah, and right there. Because you don't want to, see what you keep doing? When you tense, your elbows kind of come in a little bit.
Yep.
Now tense from right here. Good. That's it.
Awesome.
With the front pulse, the adjustment's going to be so cool, but I just want to give you this analogy when you set up your feet. When you lean on the wall, you see my body posture?
Yep.
See how my legs have this little angle? I like to do this just to show you how relaxed you're supposed to look.
Okay.
Right? So as soon as I put this foot here, which is my base, I'm gonna put my weight on it. I'm still leaning on the wall. I'm just gonna put this toe goes forward. What you're doing is you're putting your toe on your back foot.
Yeah.
Right? So then it's opening you up.
Okay.
Keep this foot here, my base is here, And I just set that like, you see how I still have this lean? Look in the mirror. You see how I still have this lean? No, don't worry about you. I'm gonna put it on you. I just want you to look at me.
Cool.
I just want to show you just a bigger picture of how relaxed it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then I'll teach you. It's so simple.
Awesome.
So watch me first. So when you lean, you shouldn't feel, and stand up a little bit straighter.
Okay.
There. So you should mainly feel it in the hip, but you don't want your weight to keep going to the point where it feels like you're literally gonna fall off and it's very uncomfortable for your foot.
Right, okay.
Is your toes really gripping the ground right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's too far. Now that all the weight is on here, just point the toe. Good.
Like that?
Now, right there, open your lats. See the difference now?
Yeah.
All I want you to do is I want you to focus more on flexing your abs and trying to twist.
Right.
So I'm trying to take you out of what you just did.
Yeah. My girlfriend's been asking me, she's like, why aren't you practicing as much as you should be? And I was like, I want to see Antwane first because I don't want to reinforce the wrong thing. And so I'm glad that we're touching this stuff
And
now.
make sure your hip, make sure you're not doing this with your hip. Look in the mirror.
Okay, I am doing that.
Right? Because if you do that, then that's what's going to make this part stick out.
Yeah.
Don't retract. Don't retract. You're squeezing. Okay. There you go. And this arm's nice and relaxed. Good.
Just give me 1 sec. I'm really sweaty today for some reason.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Cardio, extra
It's a good
cardio.
thing. Oh, when you're posing, it sure is. You're here, your abs is already on, so it's half the problem. Get the feet, you're there, and just take your time, open up, feel your body come alive.
Can you show me how to do some of these arm things? Because it's so graceful, and I feel like every time I try, I just look like I'm directing traffic or something.
How would you set up a front double bi? They will come here, cross.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go in men's physique instead. Boom, this hand comes across. A nice flex, my abs and everything is still on. I'm not crunching myself. Make sure you see that hip, your hip is bulging. So if we're here, because here's the thing. The whole purpose of the arms is it's like a tease. You're blocking.
Yeah.
You're hiding.
Yeah.
Right? You're kind of being like, hey, I'm not gonna give it to you right away.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna open up with this confidence, just showing you these abs, and you're gonna go, wow, that was really nice. Like,
Yeah.
It was a really good set of abs.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Okay.
Judges don't care about transitions. They care about getting into the pose.
Could it be the difference between like second and first?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Because the judges aren't judging your transition. They're judging when you stop moving and you're here, what you hold, that's what they're judging.
Okay.
So don't get caught up on the transition. Just get caught up on the fundamentals of what I'm showing you.
Yep.
Foot, we shift our weight. Everything's nice and relaxed in our hips. We keep our abs nice and flexed. The angle's already there. Boom. Open up. There you go. That's it. See how simple that is?
Yep.
The simpler you keep it, the easier it's going to be for you to be able to get into the pose.
Awesome.
And the more comfortable you get with the pose, your body will you'll just naturally start to move and get into it the way you want to.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yep.
Your arm came here. No, watch in the mirror.
Sorry. Okay.
Watch my
I'm
arm.
trying to look at the feet.
No,
okay.
just
The arm.
watch the
Okay.
mirror.
Yeah.
Watch the mirror. All right, front relax.
Okay. Front relaxed.
Yep. You felt that?
Yep.
So when you did your front relax, it's like your body
Yeah.
It's like your body sunk in when your head was down. I push your spine up, so you're here and your head is just there. So you feel the difference?
Yep, 100%.
Because now you're actually standing straight up. You don't want to be way up here in the front relax.
Yep.
Front double bi.
So we're trying something a little different this time?
Just do it. So it looks good so far. Exact same concept like men's physique now.
Yeah.
Can you see what you're doing? You're doing the same thing. You're pulling back and you're over twisting and you want to know what's happening? You have no control over this leg.
Yeah.
So I'm actually cool that happened. Here I'm in my front relax.
Yep.
Cool thing about the men's physique pose is you turn this foot out. But you have to be careful you don't turn it too far out. So if you turn it too far out, you're not going to have any control over the quad.
Yeah.
All your mandatory compulsory poses comes from the relaxed pose.
Yep.
So if your feet are already in this position where they're on a 45, when you bring this foot forward, watch this, you can adjust it very little and you shift your weight and then you sit and flare.
Yeah.
But look at what you're doing. Don't move.
Okay.
This leg is completely straight and you're shifting all your weight here. Again, this leg is dead. Which leg is more important?
This one.
Why?
Because it was in the men's physique.
No, it's important because it's your base leg.
Okay.
The base leg is a leg that most people can't control. It's that leg they keep on.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is same thing like men's physique. Only difference is classic. We need to bend our knee in order for our quad to pop.
Yep.
And what we're gonna do is bring this foot, don't bring it out so far, keep it close. Now, feel that foot. Take a little bit of bend out of this knee, just a little bit. Now just flare both quads from here. Go, front double by now. Don't lean back, stand up. Haha, there we go. See your peaks? Here's the thing though, the longer you're holding it, you're overbending. Don't let this knee overbend.
Okay.
Like don't push it out so far where this knee is bending way more than this knee. You want both knees to have equal amount of bend.
Yeah.
And keep your body nice and tall. Flick. Like you're doing a leg extension.
Oh,
see?
okay.
But do it with your foot on the ground.
Okay.
It's actually easier.
Oh, wow.
It's
Yeah.
way easier because
Way
all your weight
easier.
is going to be on your base.
Okay.
So it's very similar like men's physique. This leg, you have full control over this leg because most of your weight is on this leg.
Yeah.
See, look at that. You haven't lost it.
Yeah.
Now, but what you have to do is without moving anything, feel that heel, feel that whole foot still push out. And then you'll feel your weight balance.
Yeah.
Don't let this knee start bending so much.
Yeah.
You see that, right? Same thing. Look at your thumbs.
Yeah.
You need to correct that or your front, this is not going to look good.
Okay.
Put the thumb in there. Because now look how much control you have over your peaks and look at your hands are even.
Yeah.
When you were doing what you were doing before, which I don't even know what you were doing, because your hands weren't closed, look at your arms now, they're weak.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. You can almost wrench down on your thumb to help you flex
Yes,
your
that's
bicep.
so.
Yeah.
From now on, whether it's classic, whether it's one, no matter what, the thumb is always in.
Okay.
Back double by, your thumb is in. It's
Yep.
gonna help to connect this whole area here.
Yep. No, that's a huge tip. Thank you. Now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like in a back pose, you do want to kind of bring the
You're
hips
not
forward
leaning.
and lean. No. Okay.
No, if you bring your hips forward, what are you doing now? You're taking your hamstrings, you're taking your lower body away from them. You're bending,
Okay.
right? Your body is behind your foundation.
Yeah.
Your body should be directly underneath your foundation.
Right.
So you're never leaning back. You're sitting right there. What are you doing? You're posturing your spine while your hip stays there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Here's another thing. See your base leg?
Yep.
Your base leg is completely locked out. There's no way you're going to be able to flare that quad. There's no way you're going to be able to flex that hamstring. Which leg is more important?
My base leg.
Your base leg.
Yeah.
So your base leg, you should be sitting on it. So now your weight, don't bend too much.
Okay.
You're just slight bend. Now look how much more control you're just gonna have over this leg because now the weight is more like 70-30.
Right.
You're gonna have way more control over this calf, flex your calf. See, but don't shift the weight on it to flex it.
Yeah.
It'll actually make it easier if you do it like this.
Yeah.
Now, the hamstring.
My whole leg looks
Now
way
glute,
bigger.
glute. Now, because this quad is flared, this quad's gonna be flared. But if you straighten this leg out and it come like this, you only got one leg you're working with.
Yeah.
And you can't control that leg.
Right.
And here's the thing, you're almost on a 180. Bring your foot just a little bit more forward.
Like that?
Yeah, does that feel better?
Yep.
Because you don't want your feet to be too far out like this.
Yeah.
Right?
It makes
It's
it
just a
harder to
45.
pull together to get the hamstrings in.
Yeah. Keep your weight directly in the center of your body. Okay? Now arch from here. Head up, more. See the difference now?
Yep.
You see now how your back is directly in line with your glute, which then means your body is directly underneath your foundation. So how do you know how far to separate your legs? You see the space from here to your knee?
Yeah.
You see how it's getting greater?
Yep.
You see the space from here to here?
Yeah.
It's pretty big?
Yeah.
That's how you know when your legs are too open.
Okay.
Bring it closer. Bring your heels closer.
Yep.
Now go. So you see now how that space is much more controlled?
Yep.
Good.
And it makes my legs look wider because there's less of a gap.
Yes.
Yep.
Good job. Okay,
Yeah.
go. Good. You're getting better now. Good. There we go. One leg extended, back double bicep. You just shifted the weight wrong way. Did you see it?
I did. I was focused. I don't think my knee pushed out, but I made a different mistake, which isn't helpful. Okay.
Just keep the weight right. So right now, you see how the weight is right there?
Yep.
When you put the back, when you go into the back double by, shift some. You have to shift the weight on this leg anyways to put. No, you're not going to wiggle it in position.
Okay.
It doesn't look good.
Okay.
in order for you to lift this leg, your weight has to shift in this leg. Keep it there, it's already there.
Yep, okay.
Now sit once you get that leg in position. Ah, there you go. Don't, make sure none of this pushes towards me. There you go. And what did I say about your thumbs?
Yep.
There you go. You feel the difference now?
Yeah, huge difference.
Again.
Okay.
One leg extended, back double by. Stop. Drop the arms.
Okay.
Because if you're keeping this really tight, there's no way you're going to be able to focus on the legs.
Yep.
Drop the arms, now your upper body is not contracted, the muscles are off. Now you're going to actually be able to feel what's happening down here.
Okay.
Because that's the whole point. We set up the lower before we set the upper up. But if our upper stays contracted while we're trying to set up the lower, it's not going to work. We can't feel what's happening down there because there's so much tension up here.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Back double by.
Better, or did I do the exact same thing?
It's this.
Okay.
So go into your back, relax. So right now, do you feel like your hips are tucking you this way and your knees are going this way? Can you feel that at all?
Yep.
So how you control that is with your hips. Remember, anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's posterior, anterior.
Okay.
Now, you don't want to fully anterior because you won't be able to flex the glute. You don't want to fully posterior because it's going to push everything in this direction.
So you want it right
Think
here?
of a sumo squat position when you come into the back, relax.
Okay.
We're here. Boom. See, hips are on, glutes are on, hams are on, quads are flared.
Yep.
I'm in a sumo position. My feet are close.
Yep.
One leg extended, back double bicep. Watch my weight. I'm here. Boom.
Yep.
Look where my hips are.
Yep.
Because now my hips is going to stop me from being able to do this. I can't do that. What it's
Yep.
going to allow me to do is posture.
Yep.
And then my hips and my legs are going to still pop. But if I start doing stuff like this, my legs, that's why your legs look off.
Yep.
Like to my eye.
Yep.
You don't look balanced. And it's because like your legs are not staying towards here. It's coming towards here.
Yep. Do we have time to try it again?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
Keep going. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. See? Good. So now when you go and put that weight in the back of the bicep, you just keep the hip. The hips is already in position. The only thing you're doing is shifting the weight and just going on the toe. Go. Shift the weight, go on the toe. Now act like a sumo squatting. Nope. See your posterior pelvic tilting. There. You see the hamstrings?
Yep. Yep. Way better.
See how even your legs look now?
Yep.
Because I'm putting more, so it should be like 80, 20, 70,
Okay.
30, whatever number you have. Most of it is here. See, now you're centered. And now you can arch the spine. You don't have to move. There we go. Because people think of arching as leaning.
Yep.
And that's when the body starts to do this.
Right. But you're
It's
not
not
leaning.
that.
Your hips are stable, and you're like
just-
almost letting your spine
Your
bend.
spine is, exactly.
Yeah,
As if you're
like-
doing a rack pull, a back extension.
Yeah.
Same thing in your back relax for men's physique. Same thing with your back spread in the men's physique. It's the same thing. We're not bending back where our hips go
Right.
forward. We're standing tall on our, and we're just, it's all from the spine.
Yep.
Hamstrings, there, see?
Yep.
Look how much more detail everything we get because now your knees, and the longer you hold it though, don't let your glutes overpower your hamstrings.
Right.
Because if your glutes overpowers the hamstring, the hips can see, look at your stomach. Look right here, it's already tucked. You know what I mean by tucked?
No. Okay.
Is that right or wrong?
Wrong.
Okay.
Because they should just be in line.
Straight. So it should literally be a straight line from here all the way down. More. Oh, now it's straight.
Yep.
How's that feel?
Excruciating. I'm just having trouble. I think the thing that I'm stuck on, I know I need to put more weight on this leg, but when I do that, my hip wants to follow.
Because you're
so
not-
how do I avoid that?
Well, because look,
Yep.
up. Well, look at my weight now. So now when I look, I'm here. Oh,
Okay. So I'm overthinking it, maybe.
you are. But then,
That's coming out too much, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So when you shift, it's. Do you see how I did that?
Yep.
You move your hips a lot.
Yeah.
It's not about moving the hip, it's just shifting the whole entire weight, the whole entire body, everything, one piece. What you keep doing is this.
Okay.
2, you also keep doing this.
I'm coming over too far to the left.
It's like you're on a balance beam.
Yep.
Your legs are never gonna look good.
Yep.
We're here. You see how my legs are perfectly spaced out?
Yep.
You see how I draw? If I draw a line, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror.
Look, this one. Okay.
If I draw a line from this wall going straight through my foot, it stays on that line. Back, relax. Back, double by.
Yep.
Back, relax. Back, double by. You try.
Okay.
Back, relax. No, look what, you see that? Did you feel that? All your weight dropped on that leg.
Yep.
Go.
Is that better?
Are you tucking your hips?
Yep.
Start over. Relax your body. Relax. Relax your hips. Relax your glutes, especially when you're going to back double by. Keep your glutes off.
Okay.
Because you can't do anything. Keep the glutes off.
Okay.
Go. Back, relax. Now back double by. Turn everything off and put the foot in position.
Still, my weight's still
Too
here.
Close.
Yeah.
If I draw a line from your foot, when you bring it back, it should still stay in line. You keep bringing your foot here. Go. Nope. Look at my finger and look where you just put your foot. Your foot, nope, you did it again. Your foot should be hitting my hand.
Oh, it should be hitting.
Oh,
Like that, or?
no, you just went past.
Oh, like you want it to stop
Yes.
here. Oh, okay.
That's a straight line.
Yeah. Okay. So here, I'm gonna try it, and then,
Nope.
no.
Nope. Nope. I want you to hit my hand. I want you to stop at my finger. Yes.
Like there.
Yes. Don't move.
Okay.
Which leg has more weight?
This one.
Give me a little more.
Yeah.
Now look. Look how much bigger your leg looks now.
Yeah.
It looks even.
Yeah.
And you look back.
And I didn't feel my hips move.
Your hips did not move
And
at
my
all.
weight's here.
Yes.
So,
Your foot moved more laterally, not straight back. Go into your back, relax again. I'm gonna do this one more time.
okay.
See where my finger is?
Yep.
That's lateral, right? See where my finger is?
Yeah.
This is where you come.
Okay.
So if I draw a straight line, this part of your foot should hit me.
Yep.
Because you have to be able to step back to be able to fully flex your toe. All the way up, fully flex your calf. There.
So keep it moving laterally. Don't take it as far back, because that's widening the gap between the legs.
Go.
Okay.
To be able to flex the calf. Your weight shifted. Don't move. Put the weight back on this leg. Not by just moving your hips, your whole body. Not
the hips.
See the difference now?
Huge difference. Yep.
Good. That's where we want to be.
Okay.
Flex that calf.
Ooh. Shaky.
Now you're only flexing to activate it, not destroy your foot.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, so we'll continue.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
Front
that.
relax, back relax, same.
Oh my gosh. I'm fried. Like my adductors from pulling my hamstrings together are completely cooked. But that was an awesome session. I feel like I definitely learned a lot, and I feel like with this being my second show, I'm actually better able to implement and understand the feedback and the advice that he's giving me, because I've done it before, and I really appreciated that he kind of explained why certain adjustments made everything look better and how moving in certain ways accentuates the muscles more or less. So that was super helpful. Yeah, I'm very excited that I have a pre-workout meal now, because I am going to need it. Holy hell, what a workout. All right. Okay, I am feeling a lot better now about posing in general for the upcoming show. I did rebook with Antwane, so we are going to see him again in 2 weeks, and that's going to help things a lot. But I remember on my first prep, the first time I went to see him, we did the whole hour session, and then that was it, and it was over, and he didn't really say anything at the end. And then at the second session, because I think I did 4 with him, at the second session, it was very clear to him that I had not practiced what he taught me, and he gave me like a wake-up call. And he was like, look, man, like you can come and you can pay the money. It's like $200 to spend an hour with him. And he said, you can pay me the money, like I'm happy for the business, but you're not getting anything out of this because you're not practicing. That was like, oh shit, like that was a wake-up call. And I remember, and if you've seen my original prep series, the third time I went to see him, he was like, let's go. He's like, dude, this is a huge difference. So Antwane, love the guy because he's just very genuine and real, and he will praise you if you deserve it.
and he will not praise you if you don't deserve it. And so that's why today when I went in and at the end of the session, he was like, good job, man. Like, good job. And I think it's because I was sweating buckets the entire session just because it was exhausting and excruciating and super, super hard. But I wanted to make the most of that time. So I was not resting very much. And so I think he's happy with how that's going so far. So I'm very excited to go see him again in 2 weeks. I'm even more excited to just start practicing this for like 10, 15 minutes every day now at the end of my workouts. It'll be a nice little extra bit of cardio just to really, really, really get those shreds out for stage. Yeah, so it's going to be good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling excited. I feel like that was a very productive posing session. And yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this one was really, really long, but if you've ever thought about competing, you basically just got to come to an entire posing session for free, and that's pretty awesome. I'm sorry these have been coming out so late, but we're going to be dropping 3 more vlogs next week, and then we'll be all caught up, so I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. Take care.